Have you ever been told that you can do something or that your dreams are impossible? I have. When I was 18, I decided to go get a Bachelor of Physics when entering university. I didn't have a particular reason. I was just better at physics than other subjects. After passing the examination, I called my grandmother and I reported that how tough the exam was and how I was excited to go to the university. But her first word to me was not exactly what I expected. She said, okay, what's the point of a girl studying physics? Okay, keep in mind, she is very, very, very old and you're stereotypically Japanese. I was very disappointed, but I didn't let her words stop me. I pursued a physics major and went on to get my master's as well. Thinking back, I learned programming, statistics, probability, calculation, and logical thinking are there, so it is very valuable for current my business. Okay, so in 2011, after completing my master's thesis, I decided to start my startup. And again, my parents were strongly against the idea. They had always wanted me to be a civil servant because they think this job or this career is very stable. Since there was a very big economic crisis around 2008, they wanted us to take such a kind of stable career. And also in Japan, many women will get married from around the age of 28 to 29 or try to get married before 30. And my parents were afraid I may miss the marriage season. And even if I could get married or even if I could success the business, probably I will lose the opportunity to have a kid. That's why. And despite their objections, I took a risk and started my own company with a 5 million Japanese yen bank loan. And the first 5 years was just failures, seriously. I was really disappointed. But by trying and trying, finally, we found our service, SpyDev, which has a market, customers, and product. Now, the product is successfully growing. In addition, like he mentioned, I met my husband and the company, and we have 3 beautiful kids now. Okay, but my journey didn't stop there. This might be unique to the Japanese market, but many Japanese investors require us not to go out from Japan. I mean, they prefer their startups to stay in Japanese market, focus in the Japanese market. I know, this is strange, right? I wish there's no Japanese investor here today. But this is because there have been no success examples of Japanese startups expanding their business overseas in the past 20 years. And fortunately or unfortunately, Japan is a relatively large market, so investors usually prefer to startups to focus to Japanese market and go to public to Tokyo market, then expand to global, overseas, just after they have gained capital incentive. Okay, I wish really want Japanese investors here today. And so again, I couldn't agree with that. Waiting for the IPO is too late for the market. It would be a red ocean if I wait for it. On top of that, our global competitors will expand their business in Japan whether I wait for IPO or not. So I started expanding our business overseas 2 years ago, and now I have strong confidence to generate same growth in multiple markets as in Japan. Okay, thinking back half of my life, people always say no to me, and I always did like what I said or what I want, and made it happen. When I learned from my past experience is when people said no to me, doesn't mean I am wrong. That means this is different. We are different with other people. Of course, because we are completely different people, different background, experience, so we cannot be 100% same. Especially, even the Japanese Prime Minister need to have 30% of the vote. So if everyone around me said yes to me every time, I must be the Prime Minister right now, right? So once people say no to me, and I cannot accept it or adjust my thought or the person's idea, I should go to different place. We have 8 billion people in the world, so I'm pretty sure I will find people or places who say yes to me. Okay, and once you find the right person or places, I will focus to make it happen. As long as I make a result, everybody will accept it. In my opinion, this method is very effective for many situations. For example, as a business grows, we started to hire more members. They have trouble with each other or complain about the company, unfortunately. But however, we cannot take care about these issues every time. But unfortunately, we cannot ignore it. Because from my experience, every time what will bring negative impact on business is people, not money. Okay, I have many issues with money, but not money. Every time it's people. So fortunately, but I am not a Prime Minister, so I don't need to take care about everybody else. So I will keep talking about my thought, and if the person can think like me or adjust their thought like me, then we can work together. If we are too different, then we should let our difference take us to different journeys. That way, that person can find somewhere where they can be happy and less stressful each other. So it should be a win-win situation. Another example, by this method, I have stopped caring about the details when I delegate tasks to somebody else. After having kids, I have 3, yes. I have to come back to home by 5 p.m. every day and cook dinner. Also help with homework, bath them, and let them to sleep every day. So I don't have a choice. I must delegate many tasks, most of the tasks to everybody else. Otherwise, my business will be put on hold due to the waiting for me or my decision. Initially, I felt very stressful to delegate a decision or this task. But because I care how people is doing or why they chose this kind of decision. But now I don't. Now I know we are different, and also they learned same topics, same learning. So opinion cheap, judgment is priceless. By sharing my thought and goal, they decide things by themselves, take decision, and make a valuable result. Through the result, our business speed has gotten faster and our revenue has been higher. Okay, today we have many types of people here, probably founders, investors, consultant, or even student, or person who is shooting photos. Thank you. So, and everybody, we have something passion or something thought, but and probably many people will say no to you, or maybe everybody will say no to you. But this doesn't mean we should give up about our mission or vision or thought. This means we should move to somewhere else and try it again. And again, in the end, as long as we create results, everybody will accept us. So, 頑張りましょう. Thank you.